human history on how to free people ever. And I think Donald Trump actually now sees that. I also think that post-assassination attempt, I think he has a renewed fervor and sort of realization of what his role in life is. And that's the opportunity that, again, not to make this about Anna specifically, but anyone that's going through a wake up. We know so many people have woken up. I mean, look, for me, I think it was 2016. I did that Why I Left the Left video for PragerU. You want everyone to get there the day you do, but you have to be gracious when people come around one way or another.
Yeah. Well, Dave Rubin Report and Cenk Uygur, they have not talked in over 10 years. This is a deep one. This one is not just your normal trash talking. There's history here. It is personal. Dave Rubin on one side, you could say he nails it because he's willing to accept Anna Kasparian. I've got problems with her, but just from the standpoint of Dave Rubin, he left the left. From his standpoint, it makes sense for him to be supporting Anna Kasparian as somebody who's also evolving. Not that she's ever going to leave the left, but it is a bold stance that she's taking. Piers Morgan got in the way here to try and break it up so it wasn't just a yell fest. Cenk Uygur, the Young Turks, Dave Rubin, an ex-the Young Turks employee, making their beef more personal and public and on Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan's doing a great job. This one, I'm going to let this one breathe. Let it go.
Well, let's bring in my other panel members, because some of them are definitely going on a very interesting journey, including new MAGA enthusiast Cenk Uygur. I said that deliberately to wind him up. The host and founder of the Young Turks. Libertarian Dave Smith, host of Part of the Problem. Lindy Lee, the DNC Finance Committee member and advisor, and former woke activist turned YouTuber Amala Ekpunobi. Well, welcome to all of you. So, Cenk, I mean, many people saying if you carry on down the road you're going in the last few weeks, you will be a fully fledged member of MAGA before we know it.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance of that. I'm not like Dave Rubin, a giant sellout fraud who changed all of his positions and is totally useless, and it shouldn't even be on here. He's just a waste of space.
Wow. Really? After what all Dave said about coming together?
Yeah, no, got no interest in coming together with utter frauds like Dave Rubin. So, brother, you telling me that when you were on the Young Turks, you were Mr. Progressive and you agreed with us 100%. Now, all of a sudden, you agree with Trump 100%. You're not saying something nuanced like we are. Hey, you know, when the guy gets shot at and he puts his fist up, that's courageous. When he does the McDonald's photo op and it works fine, no problem, right? If he wants to cut the Pentagon, great. Those are progressive positions. Anti-corruption, progressive position. Anti-war, progressive position. But you change all of your ideology overnight and you expect us to believe that that's real? I don't think it's real at all. And I want an apology from you for all the crazy, outrageous lies that you told about the Young Turks. When is that going to happen, huh? Wow. And when are you going to admit that you changed all your positions for money? Okay, well, what position do you still have that's in any way a so-called classic liberal? You fraud,
Dave.
Piers, it's barely worth.
Whoa! He took it out. He took out all that frustration. He was ready for it. He was waiting for it. It was prepackaged. I mean, Cenk Uygur is always sweating. Why is he always sweating? He was out of breath. This was deep for him. Give a like, comment, tell me. They are clashing. You're going to hear Dave Rubin go back, bringing up the old TYT, the Young Turks tension.
Wow. When are you going to admit that you changed all your positions for money? Okay, well, what position do you still have that's in any way a so-called classic liberal? You fraud,
Dave.
Piers, it's barely worth responding to this ridiculous buffoon who's the joke of the industry. I will say this, Cenk, I haven't spoken to you in 10 years. I haven't spoken to you in 10 years.
I don't think he's a fraud or a joke. I think Dave Rubin is, for what it's worth, I think Dave Rubin is one of the most influential and significant voices out there right now. And I admire his honesty about the journey he's been on, Cenk.
Piers, I appreciate that, but you know the thing is, what Cenk just proved is exactly what everyone in America, and I would say all over the world, is getting over. Nobody wants what he just offered up there. Not only does no one believe it, and he had it prepackaged and ready to go, and it's complete drivel. Yes, I sold out. Like, it's so nonsensical. Again, Cenk, I'll gladly send you a signed copy of the book and you can read all of my thoughts. And if you're anti-corruption and you're anti-war, you should be on the Trump train. But your endless hatred, the division that you sow, calling everyone racist and white supremacists, all of that stuff, it's why you're not respected. But I don't mean to get into the personal side of that. I'm talking about now something that culturally has shifted, and everyone can see the grift that you're up to, trying to sort of dance with the thing. But it's just not necessary, and I don't think that many people will buy it.
Well, Cenk, let me put to you, Cenk. Hang on, Cenk. Cenk, hang on. I'm gonna read you something just to see your reaction. But Laura Loomer called you out on X, as you know, and she said this: you are the radical left, Cenk Uygur. You're a con artist and an opportunistic grifter who's gotten rich off demonizing President Trump, calling his supporters fascists and Nazis, promoting open borders, glorifying Hamas, and pushing conspiracy theories about Trump for 9 years. If you want forgiveness, get on your filthy knees and pray to Allah, because you aren't welcome on the right, and you aren't ever going to find a redemption arc, no matter how hard you pander. And she goes on and on. I'm going to keep calling you out every time you try to move an inch closer to many on the right, because you're too dense and too dumb, because they're too dense and too dumb to decode your subversion, but I'm not. So look, there are lots of people on the right who think that you're on some great move here to, as she puts it, wiggle your way into the middle and over to the right, so you can then poison MAGA with your, as she puts it, subhuman political takes. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Okay, so look, this is, people like Laura Loomer and Dave Rubin are the exact problem. And I think actually somebody else on this panel was part of the solution. That's Dave Smith. And I want to come back to that in a second. So when you have people like Dave Rubin switch all of their positions, what happens is when you go to do nuance and you say, hey guys, hold on, let me explain. Hold on. Yeah. Hey, go pleasure Trump again. Go pleasure Trump again. He goes from Bernie to Trump and pretends. Come on, brother.
I tell people what I believe in.
What do you believe in? You believed in something yesterday. You don't believe in anything today.
Yeah, what position? What position do you think I hold that I don't honestly believe?
Can I answer the question?
Yeah.
Can I answer the question? Can I answer Trump?
Yeah, what position do I say that I believe that I don't really believe? Go ahead.
Brother, you went on Fox News with Tucker Carlson. You went on Tucker Carlson on Fox News and said gay people, that the fact that the fire department was recruiting gay people was why there was forest fires. You're a national embarrassment, okay?
Right.
You pleasure those guys for a living.
You can pull up the clip tomorrow if you want. Okay? I was talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, that you shouldn't hire people based on their genitals or their sexual orientation. And we now all know that. You have been one of the prime pushers of all of this neo-racism. I believe in meritocracy, that whether you're going to be a doctor or a firefighter or a basketball player or anything else, you should be hired on your qualifications, not your genitals or sexual orientation or skin color. Yeah. That's actually America. So you can keep trying here.
There it is. That was some fireworks. Let me give you the background of what's going on here. This is kind of like the Padawan versus the Master. Back in the day, Dave Rubin was actually with the Young Turks. Like I said, they haven't talked in 10 years. And at one point, Dave Rubin decided to leave. That was around 2015. What started it? What happened? Why did the person who was under the tutelage of the beefy one, the chunky one, Cenk Uygur, leave? Well, there was criticism of David Webb. David Webb was a black conservative commentator. He was called a Uncle Tom of the conservative movement by Cenk Uygur. Ben Affleck and Sam Harris. Dave Rubin was alarmed by Ben Affleck's reaction to Sam Harris on Bill Maher's show. This is back in the day, where Affleck accused Harris and Maher of racism for their criticism of Islam. There was a response to a popular, not popular, but it was a famous, unfortunate, somebody got unlived, and that was used to attack free speech in Dave Rubin's mind. So those are some of the things that led to him leaving, starting his own show, the Dave Rubin Report, or the Rubin Report, and Piers Morgan brought them two on to kind of hash it out. And that's where the tension comes from. They used to be cool. They used to be mentor-student type relationship, used to work together, and now they're on opposite ends. Who do you think got the best of that one? I think I wanted to hear Cenk get a better chance to respond. You might be surprised. It's weird because a lot of things that Dave Rubin says you would think would resonate with me, but I do prioritize the country that Ben Shapiro supports. I am against it, and I do prioritize that. So if I had to pick one of those two people on the stage to go with, Dave or Cenk, believe it or not, I would be picking Cenk, and it's because of that country.
The next clip is ready below. Welcome to After Show Carnage.